Hello nail peeps and welcome back to Decorate Every Nail You Got. Today we are going to be following the tutorial card for the June 2021 Mani by Me. So here we are, we have the Treasure Island manicure tutorial. We are going to sail the seas of creativity with this adventurous how-to. And we are, don't forget to tag them, hashtag Mani by Me box. Okay, so we'll be making some fun little stuff like this. We are going to be following all the steps, and I'm not going to do this on my natural nails. I'm going to do it on one of those fake nails. So the first step, it says to prep the nails with cuticle protector and base coat. Since I'm going to be working on a fake nail, then I don't need to do that. But I'm going to create a smudge cure. I'm going to use some browns and oranges by blotting random dots of polish onto the Lotus Mat. That's this guy right here. By the way, I love their Lotus Mats. These silicone mats are amazing. This is an older one, but still. And then I'm going to lightly mix the colors, take the stamper head, smush it around, and then I'm going to stamp that onto the nail. Let me get all that stuff ready. Okay, so I've prepped my nail and I've gotten some colors. I got Skin Deep, which is a really light tan color. And then I got Annatto Clay, which is a darker brown color. And then I also got some TP Tipping, which is the orange color. You guys, I only have one orange, so it does say using browns and orange, but here we go. I also went and grabbed a dotting tool so I can mix all the colors together. So here's a little dab of Annatto Clay, maybe a little bit more. And some lighter Skin Deep. And then this was the TP Tipping, which is a really great orange, by the way. It's a really nice, vibrant, what you'd think of orange to look like, this is it. Okay, hopefully that's enough to get what I want. I also grabbed an older stamper. I don't want to use one of my newer ones or my good ones for this, so, because you're going to get a lot of polish on it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I probably shouldn't have mixed it too much. And then you smudge it, so that's a smudge cure. Get a little bit more up on the sides over here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, obviously. Okay, I think I've got the whole thing pretty much covered and the rest of it's dry. So there you go, one smudge cure. Now I do need to let that dry before we go on to step 2. So let's go ahead and review what step 2 is. We're going to use a makeup wedge and we're going to create this kind of spot in here with a beige. So we'll use the Skin Deep for that. And we're going to blot out the excess polish onto the Lotus Mat, lightly sponge the polish to the center of your nail, creating a diffused effect in the center. So we'll kind of lighten up the center of that so we can do some designs in there. Make it look antique-y, if you will. In the meantime, I'm going to let that dry and clean this up a bit. Okay, so I have cut a small makeup sponge. This is not your normal cosmetic wedge, but it is a cosmetic sponge nonetheless. I am going to put just some on the corner because I think I'm going to work outwards. So it does say blot any extra on the mat. And I'm just going to kind of work my way in here. And I'll probably need several coats of it because as you can see, that first coat, it's lightening it up, but not a whole lot. Not as much as I need. I probably should just paint some on the center of that nail. Okay, here we go. Just giving it that more diffused look. Okay, getting better. I think another layer, possibly 2. And I'm not going to blot it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. One more time, and I really just want to get the center because you can see as it dries, you kind of pick it up, pick up too much, and you don't necessarily want to do that. I should probably wait to dry in between. I didn't, so shame on me, I know. There you go. So if you just don't press too hard, then you can probably get what you want. Okay, so this is kind of where we're at so far. This is us completing step 2. And of course, at this point, here's step 2. And of course, at this point, I'm gonna have to let this dry again. So I'll be patient. While we're waiting on that to dry, I've already given it a little bit of time. You can see it drying over there. I'm going to, let's look at step 3. So we're gonna use MXM 058. We're gonna pick up a wave and island design. And we're gonna do that in black stamping polish. You guys, I really like the compass, so I think I'm probably gonna do something with the compass, or maybe I'll get this one with the octopus. I don't know, I really like this one, so maybe I'll go with that. Okay, and honestly, I can't tell what exactly it is that they picked up. So, it is what it is. I can't really tell. Okay, and then I'm gonna use green. Oh, by the way, I'm picking that up with straight up black. And then I'm gonna use green, it says, and I'm gonna use Greenhouse and the Lost Gold color. So this is the color that came in the box. I'm gonna use these colors to reverse color the island and the treasure with a detail brush. When dry, I'm gonna stamp the design onto the nail. So I'm obviously gonna be looking for the island that has treasure on it. I'll get a magnifying glass out while we wait for that to dry still. Okay, I figured it out. They used this one, so I'm gonna use that one too. So let's go ahead and pick that up in black. My favorite Maniology straight up lead. I am using my monocle stamper today. And I need a scraper card. Okay. Just to make sure we have enough. Always better to have too much than not enough, right? Oof, that might be too dry now. Yep, that was too dry. So I'm gonna have to redo that one. You can see I'm missing some of my stamp down here. So it's nice and clean, and we'll start again. My straight up black is wicked old, so it's probably getting a little dried out. Okay, that was a much better scrape too. Okay. Okay, you can see that's a much better pickup. Now I'm gonna color in my design with my Lost Gold color and my Greenhouse. Let me clean up a little bit too. Okay, I grabbed one of my detail brushes, one of my Nick Pro brushes that were gifted to me, and I'm gonna be using my Greenhouse color. Actually, let me start with the Lost Gold, since we really need to get the treasure in there and the green around it. So this is the gold that has the hollow flakies in it. Unfortunately, you can't see them too much when you're stamping with it. So maybe when I use this, maybe some of them will sparkle through. Just barely touching that, baby love, on there. Get on there, baby love. Okay. Just want to wipe out my brush real quick, and now we move on over to the Greenhouse color. Blue boop. These silicone mats, if you guys don't have one of them, you need one. I mean, if you do nail art and you do any kind of reverse stamping or any of that stuff, then you definitely need one. And you know I love Maniology, and yes, I have their Lotus Mats, but you don't necessarily need theirs. Theirs are a little bit more expensive than some of the ones that you can find on Amazon. So they're all the same. There's not really better quality ones than others. They're just silicone mats. And they're awesome because they can be cleaned. They can be put straight into the sink and washed off, which is amazing. And they're acetone resistant, so you don't have to worry about using acetone on them. Not at all. Hopefully I picked up enough green. I'm getting really close to the edges. Oh no! Shnikes. All right, let me turn this over. I think it might look ridiculous. I think I got some bald spots on there. Ooh. You can barely see that gold. That's all right though, it's still shimmery. Maybe I should have used a lighter green. In any event, I'm gonna go color in some of my bald spots real quick. See, I think using one of the ones that had like the ship or the compass or something else in it might have been a little bit better choice. Okay, and Maniology, if you're listening, it would be great. I suggest when you're giving us colors to use, go ahead and tell us what colors, because some of us, like me, are hoarders of colors and have just about every color there is. So if I don't have it, yeah, then I can use a green, but maybe give a suggestion. That would be awesome. Okay, now that all of that is done, I'm going to clean this up and I am going to wait patiently for it to dry. Hardest part. Okay, so I noticed that they didn't say that I should use any kind of adhesive, like not a foil glue, not a sticky base or anything like that. It just says, when dry, stamp the design onto the nail. I don't know if this is going to work, because normally you need something to stamp it onto. So this is what I'm going to do. I don't love that the green is so dark anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stamp it on, and if it stamps, great. But if it doesn't, then I'm going to redo it. I'm also going to take off these extra pieces over here, just using my sticky stamper station. I just kind of took off the extras. Okay, you guys, hopefully Maniology knows what they're doing, and they just didn't want to do that stuff. Okay, here we go. Pray for me. It'll work. Everything's sticky, right? It worked. Wow, normally you need some kind of adhesive, so that was pretty amazeballs that I didn't need it. And it does look very mappy. Look at that, how cool is that? Okay, their final step, their step 4, let me hold that up a little bit closer so you guys can see it a better. So you can see the treasure in there. It's pretty cool. It looks very mappy, very old school, very antique-y. I love it. Also, it's going to help that they want me to do it in matte. They want me to do a matte top coat. Unfortunately, I don't have any regular matte. I only have a gel top coat in matte. So I am going to use that, but let's go ahead and go over the 4th direction. Remove the nail protective sticker and seal the design with Smudge Free Top Coat. Oh, the optional is to apply a matte top coat. For a shine-free finish. What do you think? Well, that was optional. So let's go ahead and add our smudge-free top coat. I went and grabbed my smudge-free top coat, and hopefully no smudging will be happening now. It does look pretty darn cool. I should have, I think, maybe used a lighter green. Okay, here we go. I'm floating the top coat on, people. I'm floating it on. So it might be a little bit thick, and I don't want it too thick because the smudge-free top coat kind of pools in certain areas if you're not careful. Okay, there we have it. Now you can see the gold a little bit better now. Very cool. That looks really neat. Very antique-y, very map-like. I love it. I love this whole set. So this was the June 2021 Mani by Me box, and we just did the tutorial card, the Treasure Island manicure tutorial. Looks really cool. And let me remind you of what you get in the kit. So you get the description of everything that's in the kit, and then you get the tutorial, of course. So there's the description, there's the tutorial, there's our nail that we created. You get the 2 stamping plates, MXM 057 and MXM 058. Cleaned it off and made it nice and shiny and pretty. And then you also get the 2 colors. One of them was Flotsam, and that was a really dark, rich, deep royal blue. And then the other one that we used in the manicure was the Lost Gold for the picture of the gold, for the booty, what do you call it? The treasure, yes. Also, in this month's box, the extra item was the cuticle pusher, the double-ended cuticle pusher. So I do love their Mani by Me boxes, and this tutorial ended up really well. I dig it a lot. Finally, people, I love me some Maniology, and if you love Maniology as much as I do, then you should use my code to get yourself 10% off of your order at Maniology.com. Just use the code GrooveMama and you're going to get yourself 10% off. Also, follow me on Instagram. Like this video. You know, might as well subscribe. All those are wonderful, beautiful things. So just do it. And until we meet again, I do hope you decorate every nail you got. Bye!